Most expensive woodworking mistakes don't happen because someone lacks talent. They happen because we've slowly abandoned a few simple skills that older woodworkers considered absolutely essential. Not better tools, not more expensive machinery, skills. And the surprising part is that many of these habits have almost disappeared, even though they could save beginners and experienced builders alike countless hours, hundreds of dollars in wasted lumber, and an incredible amount of frustration. Walk into almost any modern workshop today, and you'll notice something interesting. People are surrounded by technology, digital measuring tools, laser levels, power equipment capable of producing incredible precision, online plans for almost every project imaginable. Yet somehow, many hobbyists still struggle with the exact same problems. Boards don't fit together. Joints develop gaps. Projects slowly drift out of square. Materials run short halfway through the build. Furniture wobbles even after hours of careful work. It's tempting to assume that better equipment automatically produces better craftsmanship. But history tells a very different story. Many of the finest pieces of furniture ever built were created long before cordless drills, CNC routers, or digital measuring devices existed. Those craftsmen weren't relying on technology to fix mistakes. They were relying on habits. Habits that reduced mistakes before they ever happened. And that's an important distinction. Today, many builders think about solving problems after they appear. Older craftsmen spent most of their time preventing problems from appearing in the first place. That single mindset changes everything. Think about how many woodworking projects begin today. Someone finds an attractive picture online, downloads a plan, buys the lumber, and starts cutting within an hour. The excitement is understandable. After all, building is the fun part. Nobody wants to spend hours planning when there's sawdust waiting to be made. But that excitement often creates the very mistakes that become expensive later. The first board gets cut, then another. Measurements seem straightforward. Everything feels like it's moving quickly, until suddenly, it isn't. A panel ends up slightly short. One rail doesn't align. A cabinet refuses to stay square. Now every correction creates another correction. Instead of building furniture, you're solving problems that never needed to exist. The frustrating part is that most people immediately assume they simply need more experience. I must not be skilled enough. I probably measured wrong. I just need better tools. Sometimes that's true, but surprisingly often, the real issue began long before the first cut. Older woodworkers approached projects differently. Before a single board touched the saw blade, they had already mentally built the entire project. Every joint, every assembly sequence, every potential challenge. Not because they enjoyed overthinking, but because they understood something modern builders often overlook. Wood is unforgiving. Unlike many other materials, mistakes don't disappear. Every inaccurate cut becomes part of every cut that follows. Tiny errors accumulate. An eighth of an inch becomes a quarter. A slightly twisted frame affects every drawer. A cabinet that's barely out of square today becomes a door that never closes properly tomorrow. Wood remembers every shortcut. Older craftsmen understood this instinctively. That's why they treated preparation as part of the build, not something separate from it. They didn't see measuring, marking, checking, and planning as delays. They saw them as investments. Every extra minute spent before making the first cut could save an hour of frustration later. Unfortunately, today's culture encourages speed. We admire weekend builds, one-day projects, and videos that promise to build an entire piece of furniture in a single afternoon. Those videos can be entertaining and inspiring, but they also create the impression that speed is the ultimate goal. For experienced woodworkers, speed is simply the byproduct of preparation. It isn't something they chase, it's something they earn. Imagine watching a master chef prepare an elaborate meal. It looks effortless. Every movement seems automatic. Ingredients appear exactly when they're needed. The kitchen stays organized. The entire process feels almost relaxing. What you don't see are the thousands of hours spent learning knife skills, timing, organization, and discipline. Woodworking works the same way. The finished project isn't created during assembly. It's created during every decision that comes before assembly. Every careful measurement, every dry fit, every layout line, every moment spent thinking one step ahead. Those invisible habits are what separate projects that come together effortlessly from projects that constantly fight back. One of the biggest forgotten skills is learning to read the wood before trying to shape it. Older woodworkers rarely treated lumber as identical pieces of material. Every board had a direction. Every grain pattern told a story. Every knot, curve, or slight twist suggested how that board should be used. Instead of forcing the wood to match their plans, they adjusted their plans to work with the wood. Modern builders often focus only on dimensions, length, width, thickness, but experienced craftsmen also looked at stability, grain orientation, moisture, and natural movement. They understood that wood is alive in ways many manufactured materials are not. It expands, it contracts, it reacts to humidity. Ignoring those characteristics often leads to cracked panels, warped tabletops, sticking drawers, and joints that slowly separate over time. Another habit that has quietly disappeared is building the project twice, once in your mind and once in the workshop. Before making the first cut, older craftsmen could often visualize every stage of construction. They imagined how each component would fit together. They identified difficult assemblies before they happened. They recognized where clamps might become difficult to place, or where a screw would become impossible to reach later. This wasn't a special talent. It was simply experience combined with patience. Today, many builders discover these problems only after glue has already been applied. That's when panic begins. Pieces slide around. Clamps don't fit. Something that seemed simple on paper suddenly becomes stressful because the sequence was never considered ahead of time. The real issue isn't that today's woodworkers have forgotten how to build. It's that many have forgotten how to prepare. Preparation has quietly become an overlooked skill. Yet almost every expensive mistake can be traced back to decisions made before the saw was ever turned on. That's why older craftsmen often appeared incredibly calm while working. They weren't guessing. They weren't improvising every step. Most of the difficult thinking had already been completed long before the first board was cut. From the outside, it looked like confidence. In reality, it was preparation disguised as confidence. Even something as simple as marking reference faces illustrates this difference. Many experienced woodworkers still mark one reference edge and one reference face before making any joinery. It seems like a tiny habit, almost too small to matter, but that single pencil mark keeps measurements consistent throughout the entire project. Without it, tiny variations begin stacking on top of one another until parts that should fit perfectly suddenly don't. It's one of those invisible skills that almost never appears in highlight reels or social media videos, yet it quietly prevents countless mistakes every single day. There's another forgotten habit that quietly prevented countless failures: never trusting the first fit. Older woodworkers rarely rushed from cutting directly to glue up. They assembled everything dry first. Every panel, every rail, every stretcher, every joint was put together without glue to verify that everything aligned exactly as intended. If something felt too tight, they corrected it. If something seemed loose, they found the cause before it became permanent. That simple habit transformed major disasters into small adjustments. Today, many hobbyists skip that step because they're excited to see the project come together. Ironically, that excitement often creates the very setbacks that steal an entire weekend. Patience also extended beyond measurements. It influenced how older craftsmen viewed mistakes themselves. Modern builders often expect every project to be perfect. If something goes wrong, they become frustrated, convinced they've failed. Older woodworkers approached mistakes differently. Every mistake became information. A joint that didn't close properly wasn't proof of failure. It was evidence that something earlier in the process deserved more attention next time. That mindset kept them improving steadily instead of becoming discouraged after every imperfect build. Confidence wasn't something they started with. It was something they built one project at a time. Perhaps the biggest misconception today is believing that expensive tools automatically produce expensive-looking furniture. While precision tools certainly make many operations easier, they cannot replace thoughtful craftsmanship. A premium table saw cannot compensate for poor planning. An expensive router cannot fix inaccurate layout lines. Even the finest chisels in the world won't improve a joint that was measured carelessly. Older woodworkers understood that tools amplify skill, they don't replace it. That's why many remarkable pieces were created using equipment that would seem incredibly basic by today's standards. Another skill we've largely forgotten is respecting sequence. Every woodworking project follows a logical order, and changing that order often creates unnecessary problems. Experienced craftsmen knew which surfaces should be milled first, which joints should be cut before assembly, when finishing should happen, and when it should wait. They weren't simply following habits passed down through generations. Those sequences existed because someone had already discovered the hard way what happened when the order changed. Modern builders sometimes learn these lessons through trial and error, repeating mistakes that were solved decades ago simply because those older methods are no longer discussed as often. This is also why reliable woodworking plans matter far more than many people realize. A complete plan doesn't simply tell you the dimensions of every part. It guides you through the thinking process behind the build. It shows the proper sequence, identifies potential challenges before they appear, and reduces the number of decisions you have to make while standing at the workbench. That's one reason experienced builders often finish projects more consistently. They're not constantly stopping to guess what comes next. Instead, they can focus their attention where it belongs, making accurate cuts, clean joints, and careful assemblies. Over time, these forgotten habits begin working together. Better planning leads to fewer corrections. Fewer corrections preserve material. Less wasted material builds confidence. Greater confidence encourages more ambitious projects. Before long, woodworking becomes enjoyable again instead of stressful. That's the hidden lesson older craftsmen understood so well. They weren't necessarily faster because they rushed. They were faster because they rarely needed to stop and repair avoidable mistakes. If there's one idea worth remembering from everything we've discussed today, it's this. The real issue isn't that modern woodworkers have fewer resources. It's that many have lost the quiet habits that made every resource more effective. Those habits were never complicated. They were simply practiced consistently. Careful preparation, thoughtful planning, understanding the material, respecting the sequence, verifying every step before making the next one. None of these ideas are flashy, but together they form the foundation of work that lasts for generations. If you'd like to explore these timeless woodworking principles even further, there's a structured breakdown linked in the description that explains how complete, well-tested woodworking plans can help reinforce these habits while reducing costly mistakes before they happen. And if you enjoy thoughtful woodworking content focused on building smarter, not just faster, consider subscribing. There are many more lessons worth rediscovering, and some of the oldest ones may still be the most valuable today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.